Without the word, I'd be nothing. I wouldn't, couldn't exist without you. I don't know how it's possible. People, you create people to do that, not love you and not follow after you. So thank you for letting me know that your word tells me that you created vessels of wrath and vessels of mercy. So you're the creator. You can't change what Father's created. He created all things. So no such thing as free will. Thank you, Father, for that. Father's will, agape. Thank you for the agape. And idolatry, or pornea, is the other. So a little chilly out here at the desert this morning again in the morning, in the AM. Are you waking up? So that'll wake you. That's when somebody dies, right? Is that what that is? All our vernacular is all warped, perverted, and our dialect has been changed. So careful what you speak into this time, plane, and space. Space into this space. You're in space right now. Imagine that. If you don't like it, then get out of my space. So let's fall back to what the book tells us. It talks about how things are going to increase intensity, and we're supposed to be wise virgins and not foolish, and be partaking in the world. We're supposed to be in it, but not of it. Release ourselves from this flesh vessel daily and die spiritual death to flesh self. Pornea is the Greek word. Idolatry. Divorced his bride for exactly that. So yeah, remember the cup, the bowls that be poured out for the nations that fornicate with this neuter gender, new mystery Babylonian beast. He called her as a whore in the book of Revelation for cheating on his agape. They went after other gods in the sky. God's not in the sky. He wants you to meet him in the sky, and that's not in the sky. That's right here. Remember my dad used to tell me it's all in your head, but he was just talking about this world, so to speak. You know, he wasn't religious, so it's okay. He was a Satanist, and so was I, and heathens, and we did pagan things, but he said, come out of her, my people. Paul told us to circumcise the flesh, cut it off. I'm not talking about the male genitalia. I'm talking about the outer traditions of man, this world, these worldly celebrations. We're not supposed to celebrate even a single day. So there's not even a single excuse why you can't go take up your cross, as he tells you in the book of Matthew. Just take it and carry it daily. Be crucified and be condemned and be thalipsis, be, pinched, pressured, put under, theolobo, thalipsis is tribulation. So that's what sorrows is. That's what this time is where we're at. So you will see all these things come to pass. There'll be wars and rumors of wars and famine. We've always been warring. Father used to require war. Remember, he had heavens, his favorite class, his high pride priest, Aaron and Levite. He didn't love the Gentiles. Father doesn't love everybody now. He's an all-loving God, but he doesn't love everybody. So that's blasphemy. So 99% of religion is blasphemy. Well, all 100%. Just the religious isms, the schisms, the spasms, I don't know, twisting and jerking around, changing and perverting. So it's like a circle jerk, if you will, with their halo worship, the crown and their king. He said, I come quickly, like sorrows, like a thief in the night. All these things will come to pass. Wars, rumors of wars. He had his favorite, his heavens. Remember, Aaron and Levite. He didn't love the Gentiles. There'd be famine. How about of the word? Remember? Hallelujah to the word. Famine of the word. A great falling away from the word. And pestilence, disease. The word is diseased. It's been added and changed to. It's been twisted and raped. So it's probably got a strike for that on that last video, but whatever. I'm talking for real, not some add to my text. He said, don't add a jot. You know what that is? What's a jot or a tittle? How about a yod? How about latria, idolatria? You know, any of these words, these people call themselves believers. Can't believe in God. You can't believe in Jesus. Can't believe in Bigfoot. Can't believe in aliens, slime creatures from your nose. I don't know, some green ghostbuster booger, whatever you want to call it. Who are you going to call? These people love to do their, remember? So thank you, Father, for that. So sorrows, remember? There'd be wars and rumors of wars. There's always been war. Father used to require war. It's part of his, remember? High priest Aaron and Levi, he required that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Your enemy come against you one way, and I will make them flee 7 ways. So, hallelujah. Yeah, it's a spiritual circumcision. So people don't understand that, Ross. They just don't. They don't get it. They think that's why they don't want to talk about it. The male genitalia. So either way, brothers, sisters that are in the narrow way, they take up their cross, and nobody was ever hung from crosses. And these people are, they're biblical morons or biblical idiots, and their religion is the world. Then maybe their religion is television. That's their entertainment. That's their religion. You know, whatever. It's the world. They talk about stupid worldly things. You know, they try to be nice and act like they're actors. Everybody knows an actor. They're putting on a big act like everything's okay. No, it's not. Remember Matthew 24, sorrows. All these things will come past, wars, rumors of wars, famine, pestilence, earthquakes. Earth does not below your feet, right? Earthquakes in diverse places, right? Heavens would be shaken. Remember, that says heavens and above your head. Earth doesn't mean below your feet. I live in a world full of a bunch of idiots. Nobody knows what they're talking about. Oh, they'll tell you about the television, tell you about some program. They've been programmed. They'll talk about drugs and talk about, you know, yeah, they pretend it can be a pedo and nobody cares about that. They're drafting the American women. Nobody cares about that. They made people wear a face diaper. Nobody cared about the rights of the American people. It's a corporation, not even a constitutional republic. Nobody cares about that. You got 8 people in here and 2 legs. I see you're still doing great. Get out of here, Zigzag. Here you come in here with your stupid being nice, dumbass bullcrap like Trump trying to butter up to me. Dumbass. I'm not Donald McNugget, McWarp Speed, Mr. Moneybags here, Scrooge, McScrooge over there. Eat your McNuggets. Too many nuggets. Is that what you did? Too many jabs? I already told you last time. What are you smoking? You smoking that electric dick? Remember I told you last time I hit you hard, remember? Came at you and you come in here and have enough to open your mouth again. You're like a child, you know that? You just don't learn. You're an ass. Remember I told you last time. Quit sucking on that dragon pen. Your glycol, remember? Remember? They put it in the beer. Well, embalm you. Fluid, that's what you're full of. You're full of crap. So, goodbye. Just leave. Go away now. Girl, don't go away mad. Just go away. Quit sucking on that electric. Remember, you got the man chowder breath. Already told you. Last time I just ripped you because you're an idiot. You just don't know what you're talking about. If you did, I'd see it in your text, but your text isn't. You're trying to butter me up there. Be nice to me, just like Trump did to Vlad. They both on the same team. I guarantee they trade lightsabers in their ice hole there. Remember? Think about that. So you can take your little wrapper and go wrap something else there, buddy. Right, Holly? Yeah. So don't type anything. If you type anything, you can sit there and be quiet. Okay, if you type anything, you're out of here. I'm not going to even look at it. Not going to even listen to it. Boop, hide this user. Boop, don't even want to read it. That idiot came in here before talking some kind of smack like they knew what they were talking about. Smacked them around with some dialect last time, too. I don't want to hang around vipers. So this is it. Sorrows. Sorrows means it's not the end, but the beginning of an increasing in intensity. Nothing MAGA. MAGA's Antichrist. MAGA, Satan is the high priest of the Satan church. And that's that peace nonsense. It's the same. See that thing? See that thing? Like the fifth age? You're an idiot. You don't know anything about what's going on in this age. You probably think it's 2025, right? It's not 2025. Stop it. You're a child. You're a lunatic. You go by a lunar pagan calendar. I've done these stupid things in the past, trying to be nice with this world and be an actor like it's 2025. It's not 2025. Shut up. You're a liar and you're a demon. Stop telling everybody it's 2025. You don't speak up to, at least there's a firmament calendar above your head, and it's not the 2025. I don't know where they come up with this. Because you're a lunatic. You go by this lunacy that the whole world does. So I don't want to be with the world. I don't care how many people come in here. Okay? Yeah, lunatic. Oh, here we go. There you go. You guys are idiots. Got more idiots in here. Father, thank you for sending me uneducated people. People don't even know their ass from a hole in the ground. They don't. Two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. They vote for their own enslavement, for their own overlord, their own master. He said you can't serve two, so they serve the world. They're earthly ruled beings. Because earth isn't below their feet, neither is hell. Nobody speaks English, you idiot. They speak in translation, right? Slang. American. I had to tell my dad yes, not sir, yes. He'd smack the shit out of me for saying yeah. Said, I don't hear your head bobbing, but I didn't grow up in this little silly world you live in. Grew up in a different time where corporal punishment, and I'm not into, he said, let vengeance be mine, saith the Lord. No, because they swine, you idiot. You wouldn't know the difference. You got a name like Juggalo, okay? And I think brotherhood, there's nothing wrong with that, idiot. So don't come in here trying to talk shit out the side of your face, neck, pie hole, whatever your hole your crap's coming out of. I'm not going to come against this. You don't know anything about it. It's first time here. I would have seen you here before. So unless you have some kind of experience, you might as well sit down and shut up and learn something before you speak up, because you'll put in some kind of unclean crap and I'll throw you right out of here. I don't have to have you in here. I ain't trying to be your friend. You know what the word nice means? It means to be stupid. So don't be stupid. Don't try to be nice to me like this other butterball trying to butter me up, just like Trump trying to butter up Putin. They're on the same team. Two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. So you ain't going to hang in here? No, you're not. You ain't going to make it. You're just an idiot. Juggalo. Hatchet man. Get out of here. Okay, well now you see you've never been in here, so you don't know. So you're already. Why don't you sit in here for a minute and keep your mouth shut? Maybe you learn something. Sit, open up your mouth, put some unclean fruit in here, huh? An idiot's not an insult. If you had a definition of the word idiot, you'd know what you're talking about. There's the difference between translation, slang, idiom, and idiot. You know that? And definition. Translation, transliteration. Literal change, jot or tittle. Remember he said add a letter or a word or a definition you're adding. That's self. That's pornea, idolatria. You're an idiot. Get out of here. Just go hang out with your little worldly little friends and keep speaking your translations. It's not 2025, child. Hell is not below your feet, okay? And until you can understand and define what hell is, get out of here. Seem really... Okay, goodbye, child. Corn dog child. Uh-oh, we got one of these Corn Julios in here. We got the great Corn Julio. I am the great Corn Julio. Are you threatening me? I got TV for my bunghole. Freaking kids, man. That's all they do. Television. Television. They love their eyes lied to. They got drawn up, got stung by the spelling bee. Huh, stung, get it? Huh. They probably got the sticker. Too many jabs. They got it in warp speed. I can't help people. So many people who took that sticker and got the booster. I live in a world full of a bunch of idiots. Everybody's standing the X. Boy, that's freedom right there, huh? Freedom, dum, dum, dum. I'm a veteran. I took an oath to the Constitution, not some stupid people. People being nice, acting like this is okay. These people are a bunch of freaking, they're not idiots. They're swine. They're low energy, and I don't have to sup with swine. So, yeah, you don't even know what the definition is, idiot, and you don't know, don't call anybody bro. Don't call anybody bro in here. You're not, who do you know? Do you know what your brother is? This is a scriptural channel, not some religious channel. I rebuke all these religions. There's no such thing as freedom. It was about rights. Remember, Putin, President Vladimir Putin. Remember, Mr. Warp Speed buttered old Vladimir up. Not Zelensky. Now Zelensky's gonna be meeting the Warp Speed, and hey, that's Warp Speed. How about 48 hours and tomorrow? That's Monday, right? 48 hours like the jab. First it was 8 months, now it's 48 hours. So, did you get the sticker? Did you get stung by the spelling bee too? Started spelling curses in cursive? Yes, going with the flow. Remember? They went right down the red carpet. Woo! To see that show, the big show? Two to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. It's silly. It's quite hilarious, actually. It's entertaining. You know, the big dog and pony show. Well, it's the donkey and the elephant. Donkey and the elephant. Did you vote for your home enslavement, your own master? He said you can't serve two. Your biggest enemy, yourself. He said, remember in the book of Matthew 10:34 through 39, remember he tells your man's enemies to be the one of his own household, and that's you. I am my own worst enemy, my own worst nightmare. Yep, latria. Idolatria, the Greek word is porneia. Huh, porneia. Not like some pull your chain hub on some other net web. I'm talking about self-service. No, not circumcision, cutting yourself and... All right, these people are a bunch of idiots. Remember, I'm not worried about it. You can't turn a goat into a sheep. Can't turn a goat into a sheep. Bro is a virgin and I have a possibly dead and missing son and a daughter. You're an idiot. There you go. Slater's an idiot. Check your Slater. Check your Slater. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Like the thief on the cross, they'll try to vampire you, take your crown, steal your inheritance. Low energy swine. Don't sup with swine. I don't eat pork. I'm not talking about literal pork itself, but low energy. So, what? You're hanging out with Dad. You're fine. You want in? You want out? So let's see. What is this guy? Uh-oh, he's a groaner. He's in here moaning and groaning. Got me whining and grinding up on the pole. They love their pole worship. They're a bunch of pole daddies. They're pole daddy Jesus. Little halo of circumcision Jesus, you know. So, no, we don't mourn in here, Sabrina, but it's okay. Thanks for coming in. Good to see you again. Don't mourn. What are you upset about? I know the world sucks, doesn't it? But hey, it's sorrows. It's going to get worse, not better. Remember, you better prepare. It's what it says. There'll be wars, rumors of wars, famine, pestilence, the earthquakes in diverse places. This is not the end, but the beginning of sorrows, like intense, like waves of tents in the desert of wandering Jews. A hella bunch of tents. Intense, baby. Get it? Wandering Jews in the desert, temporary places of study, worship, edification, lift up, glorify, edify. Like raise up, like Lazarus from the dead. We're supposed to raise, and death to self die daily. These people don't listen. They're idiots. I've got a bunch of idiots this AM, first part of the day. After morning. Oh my goodness, this guy's trying to put the lotion on me. Fleece Johnson wants to put the lotion on the skin. I know, that's okay, Sabrina. That's just... you know, It's dialect. We say the wrong things, man. Hey, well, good morning. Why are you upset? It's okay to be upset. Remember, you can hate the sin, not the sinner. So it's okay to be hateful, Sabrina. Don't be a hateful person, right? Walk around being hateful, but you're not supposed to love this world. He said, if you're loved by the world, you'd be hated by my Father. So these worldly idiots. Remember, they think they're spinning on a rock on a cube. Welcome to the new age. But that's okay. They don't realize, they don't read the book. Remember, the book is the word Bible. That's Bible means book, and it wasn't written on paper. These people have been smoking too much. Remember, Zigzag was in here? I think he was on that electric dragon pen. You dick, smoking the electric. They love their phallic worship, their glycol, their stuff in them with embalming them, death, their ritual they do daily, whatever. Some hit the vape, whatever they want to call it, their vapor dragon. So it's okay. Glycol is embalming fluid, so you drink it in Budweiser. I'm gonna pop some tabs, not tags, right? Or tabs. These people are popping some other tabs. They go to their Mexican Americans, their Mexican cabinet. Ugh. Disgusting. That's all right. They're on their Adderall or whatever. They don't, whatever ad they like to remember. Did you take the jab? Call 1-888-579-686-75309. Call now for their first. All people who took the jab, take the jab. Did you bow to the altar of Jabba? What? Oh, bam! You came in from Hawaii and not tell us what island you're on. I know you don't want to mention that you're on an island. That's kind of a bad thing right now. Island boys. That's what island boys. So are you from the big island? Are you on the Pocololo? Are you smoking the Pocololo? I'll tell you what island he's on there. Hold on. He said Pocololo. Oh. You don't know Pocololo, guys. You gotta know. You gotta live aloha. Lolo. All right. Anyways, moving on. So. Oh, man, you ruined my thing there, Tango. You knucklehead. All right, I gotta let this dog out. He's being a knucklehead. You go outside and be good boys. And then you want to whine in 5 minutes, they'll want to come back in. All right, they're on the clock. How long before I whine and want to come back inside with the dad? So, anyways. Do you know anything about the island, huh? They got the EpiPen island. You know that warp speed is from, I'm on the mainland right now. So, hoping to get out of this disgusting, filthy country. Don't like America. Remember, people on the islands over there, you don't know island people like Polynesian, Micronesian. You don't know anything about island people. Most people, they don't think like Americans. America, it's over there. It's in the middle of the ocean. There's no mindset of people who live on Hawaii, on the islands, or whatever island they're on. It don't matter. I like the big island, but you really want to live aloha, you go be a haole on the on the big island and learn how to live aloha with the island, and then the island will take care of you. So it's Father doing it, but you got to live it. You got to know what it's like. You just got to be there. You got to get boots on the ground. So I'm in Oregon right now. So Hawaii'd probably be better, but I don't like America. So, but most people don't never know because they've never been to any of the islands, and they don't know what it's like to be over there, and where most people, it's the mainland. I've lived in all 50, not lived in all 50, lived in Alaska and lived in Hawaii and lived in many states, but I've been to all 50 states in the Union. I'm a veteran, so I've traveled in and out of the U.S. and I'll tell you what, anything but America, and most people in Hawaii, they don't think like Americans. It's not even because it's the mainland. So, but they wouldn't know that because they never lived that, and it's a beautiful thing. So you got to learn how to live island style and not look at your watch, because that's rude to look at your watch. And, you got to just relax, man. Chill out. Go down to maybe Hokana or something, go to the beach and go to Black Sand Beach and hang out and go have some lau and I don't eat pork anymore, but enjoy the fresh air and go scuba diving and go hang out with the kikis, the kids, and go down to maybe go to Ocean View, like I said, and go hang out with the locals and have a barbecue and smoke some poca lolo and enjoy your time while you're there and slow down a little bit. Don't try to do this whole race to the day. And we're going to go work a little bit, and then we're going to go down and we're going to catch some waves, or just go hang out at the beach and play some music and hang out with like I said, the kids, and live island style, baby. So you got to learn how to live island style. People still work, but they don't work as nearly as like they work in America. Like I said, they're not on a time clock. So, and you don't walk past somebody on the island and not say something. That's fucking rude. It's rude to walk past somebody and not say something. Here on the mainland, people are fucking idiots. I forgot what it was like. You know what I'm saying? I did. I came over to America, back to the mainland, and you don't walk past somebody on the island without saying, "Hey, aloha," or "What's happening, bro?" Saying something. It's rude. You have some kind of contact. It's almost, I don't mean to go there, but you ever seen two black people walk, past each other, and they normally don't say something, in a situation. A lot of the times they at least acknowledge each other. I don't know why, but I don't do black, I don't do colors, I don't do race, remember, but they tend to acknowledge each other more than any other, ethnicity. There's only one race, the human race. Father didn't put melanin in our skin for race. It's because how close he put us towards the equator, and that's it. Or shape our eyes. I want to hear it, racist. Get out of here. So, but anyways, people, it's rude over there on the island to walk past somebody and not acknowledge. People aren't intimidated. I remember I came back to the mainland with my son, and hey, what's going on? Whoa, stranger danger. What the hell? I'm with my kid. Like, what the fuck am I going to do to you? Oh, shit. I'm back on the mainland, Tracy. Slow down, dude. People over here are freaking out all the time. And that was before the COVID. Now everybody, you go so outside, and if it's so intense outside in the air, if you sneeze, you could break it. Remember that? Achoo! Ah! Go on another aisle. Remember, people freak out if you sneeze. Go 2 or 3 aisles. People avoid that aisle. Never forget. So, anyways, you got to learn how to relax a little bit. And that's the nice thing about the island is that living on an island and living where you do have some sufficiency, where you have, to be local and the locals take care of the locals, because that's the style of living island style, is to take care of your brothers and sisters, and that's not always a good thing because people are opportunistic, but generally there's a certain kind of lifestyle that is accompanied with living on. It's not just the Hawaiian Islands. It's many of the islands have that type of mentality, and so they don't have that U.S. mentality. Most people in Hawaii don't think that it's U.S. I wasn't from there, but I've been there multiple times, and military training and vacation or whatever, and lived there or whatever. But Father's blessed me to be able to go to Hawaii. Thank you, Father, for be able to travel and get around, and but people over there don't think like mainland people. They even call it the mainland. So it's like they don't think like Americans at all. So it's not like America at all. You ever been there? You have to experience it. You could probably go to one of these little touristy towns and do your little, but you got to get out the streets, to go where all the people are at. That's how I work. I go off the beaten path. So I'm the guy who in like Mexico, they're like, don't go off the side streets. I'm like, I'm going over here. I don't care. I'll risk it. Father will protect me. These are people. We're all people. We're all one race. We're all human race. We all got to figure out how to be here. So, that's why I just don't sup with people that are low energy and don't hang out with that. And so, like people with the energy of an island, it has a whole different energy. It's a self-sufficiency type of thing. People are much more fellowship and brotherhood and rely on each other and although that does breed, people to be opportunistic and whatnot, it is an amazing, what's monogrammed on your cap? Oh, it was my brother's restaurant that he had that I ran for a while. It was a fusion restaurant, a Mexican Korean fusion barbecue grill. It's an old hat, just a hat I wore because my other one was, I lost my hat there the other day and couldn't find it, so I put this one on. So, but either way, like I said, if I had my way, speaking of that, I would do a Mexican Hawaiian fusion. Imagine that. Yeah, a Mexican Hawaiian fusion, Hawaiian burritos with. No, I won't give out all my recipes. It's I'll give you the name if anybody wants to make. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't doing nothing in this life but growing food for the ministry. So I was gonna call it Ola Aloha Grill. What do you think of the name? A Mexican Korean fusion. No, a Mexican Hawaiian Mexican fusion. So you can not fuse more than burritos, but you can do Hawaiian tacos and all kinds of, all the same. You can do a different kind of bento box, all kinds of spam tacos, all kinds of crazy things that could be done just over the top, But I don't eat pork, but I'll cook it, I like to cook. So, but maybe someday I'll open that up out here in this little teeny tiny town after I sue the piss out of this town and take everybody's job and from the judges to the all the sheriffs. I'll be the law in this town like I always been. And oh man, let me get it's a little chilly out here down in the 50s. I gotta get some over here. Got it in the 50s, probably 40s. That's overnight. Cabin's still a little chilly. Better get up and get some stuff done here soon, but I don't care. I'm at my bug out, so what the hell? I'm not even worried about it. I don't have to go to my bug out. I just have to get. Want to think that the government's going to be there to help them, save them, and rescue them every single time, and that's never been the issue. And there's two kinds of people who are always going to be there to help them and save them, and there's people who think. That's a different kind of mindset, and they prepare. So I'm just having a tough day again. It's just more and more every day gets more and more intense. It's just like, holy crap, this world's getting crazy. This is way worse than I ever thought. They're just kidnapping people off the streets now. Nobody cares in America. There are American citizens that are being detained. These people don't care like Amazon what they throw in the box. They just ship it out. So these people just put it in the box. That's what they do. You could think of these ISIS, whatever people. So most of them are private contractors that work for the prisons or prison guards. And there's cops out there too, and they're hiring people like crazy, but it's hard to watch. And so, but anyways, you still got to eat good food. I plan on one day. No, you see, that was even 5 minutes. You want out, you want in. Man, I got 2 dogs. Why do I need a wife? It's like having 2 girlfriends. But I don't need a girlfriend. So I don't like the idea of that. So it sounds worldly. I don't want a loner girlfriend or a loner wife. I'd rather die alone with my puppies. I got 2 of them. Like I got 2 witnesses. Dos. But okay, well, either way, I thought I'd come in here for a little bit, talk about this sorrows, talk about what the book tells us. It tells us in Matthew this 24:8 that this is going to continue like a thief in the night. It's going to come and overtake people, and suddenly, and then all of a sudden, it's just going to get worse. Nothing better, nothing great again, nothing peace, nothing safety. Run to the hills. Now's the time. Actually, don't run. Take your time, pace yourself, steady wins the race. You run too fast, you're gonna, run down there and buy all the toilet paper out. People are gonna watch you funny, kind of like they did during the COVID. You're gonna throw a red flag off, cause an alarm. No reason to do that. Methodically move yourself, exit the cabin before the captain puts the fasten seatbelt signs and locks you in the cabin. Which cabin are you in? You better be in the cabin you want to be. You better have your 10 toes where you want them to be. And I'm not being sensational. How much worse does this country need to get before you say, okay, I've seen enough? I've traveled, and I know that this country is not the best country in the world. There's countries that are acceptable, and you can live a much better life. And I'm not, if your life is here in America, stay here. But it's not safe. There's nothing safe about America anymore. They're literally kidnapping American citizens off the streets. And I'm not talking about that they're not taking people with papers, and that's different. That's a whole different animal. We'll talk about that in a minute. But you don't think that they can't take you? What if you don't have the right paperwork? Are you traveling around with your passport right now? Do you have a passport? Do you have your birth certificate? How do you prove you're you? What if they don't like it? They don't care. They're thugs. It's put it in the box and ship it out. These people are getting paid. There's a lot going on in this country, and nobody's seen it. The whole Vladimir Putin Trump meeting was just, what a joke. How much fucking money was spent on that bullshit to fly those people and the kicking poor people off to the fucking camps? How much money was wasted with the fucking bombers in Iran? Did you get a vote on that? They're sending all this money to the military-industrial complex, $1 trillion. You might want to take one trip to the store and go get some TP for your bunghole. Before the captain puts the B-2 bomber, fastens the seatbelt sign. Mr. Warp Speed. You might want to be where you need to be right now. This isn't even the time you want to be moving about the cabin, if you ask me. Yeah, go do stuff. Look at this dumb fuck. Go travel and get pulled over by this fucking Gestapo dumb fuck. Gangster thug, cop thugs, gangsters. I used to be one, you fucking idiot. Shut your mouth. I'm at my bug out, dumb fuck. Getting away from dumbasses like you. People who are ill prepared, gonna try to come take what I have because I want to help other people. But I don't want to help people that want to help themselves, so you're definitely one of them. Pound sand, kick rocks. How about we'll go back in time? Keep kicking those till they turn into gravel. Keep pounding on that until that turns into sand. He said, don't build your house on sinking sand. You want to go back in time? I said, kick rocks. He said, I am the Petra. Don't build your house on sinking sand. Don't come into my house speaking up like you know what you're talking about. Fucking idiot. Child. So, yeah, say that to a United States Army fucking veteran, dumbass. There you go again, running your mouth. One of these people, we had somebody like you come in yesterday and you just got crushed with words because nobody's going to pick a physical fight. Remember, let you come out here and dig some fucking holes, but nobody will ever take me up on it. I already got some holes dug for you if you'd like, but we can have a little competition instead of throwing, used to be a man, they wouldn't take you over and put your teeth on the curb and stomp you into the fucking goodnight. Stomp a goddamn pothole in your fucking chest. You don't know who the fuck you're talking to. And I'm a pacifist now. I have been certified, and I'm a prior pig, law enforcement, thug, SWAT certified. Tell me you need to pick choose your battles wisely. You're a dumbass. Can't be told what to do. That's why I live off the grid, you dumb fucking idiot. Look at this dumbass, brothers and sisters. This is a complete idiot. How many ways do you have to light your fucking house? You know what? I bet you're hooked up to the goddamn grid. I bet you because you're a fucking hooked up to the system, you dumb fuck. Gonna talk to a man that's off the grid, that's been self-sufficient, you got fucking eggs, you eat butt nuggets every morning. How many fresh eggs did you have for breakfast? Right off the chicken's ass, still warm. Get out of here. You're an ass. You're one of these people who can't be taught. So this is the society that I'm warning you about, brothers and sisters. Most of these people in society don't have anything, and these are the kind of people you're going to have to deal with. These are the kind of people you are going to have to deal with. Do you understand? People who are unprepared. Fuck this government. Get away from it. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't even be out there on the streets right now. I'm thinking it's so serious in America, you shouldn't be traveling right now. You should be able to shut your fucking gates and never leave your house again. That's not going to be very productive for the economy, Tracy. Who fucking cares about this? Become your own goddamn system, you idiot. Become your own fucking meat supply. You got any chickens? You got any goats? You got any? But no, you got fucking the drive-through. I got the Piggly Wiggly. I got the Starbucks. I go get me a couple Frappuccinos. Yeah, I know, but you're such a fucking dumbass, Mike Jones, that you don't even know the historical record of the name Tracy was a man's name before it was ever a woman's name. I haven't been told. You know how many years it's been since I've been told that, guys? That's been a long time. That's pretty awesome. Kind of brings back some childhood memories. You remember when people got my ass thumped and how many people got their ass thumped? Do you know how many fights my brother got in over my name? Over my name. My brother. Because my dad made them protect me. And I had to protect my younger brother. I was 3 brothers in Los Angeles, California, growing up on the concrete jungle streets of LA as a fucking minority. Imagine that. Dick Tracy. Only Tracy back then was either a girl's name or Dick Tracy, remember? My last name's Wiener. Oh, well, Werner. And people don't see the R. Thanks. You're kind of bringing up some childhood memories, man. I thought about that shit in a country minute. Because remember, my name isn't Tracy, you dumb fuck. My name is Revelation. Don't you know? Temporary is a name. Temporary with a T, that's a temporary name. I am Apocalypse. Welcome to Revelation. Welcome to the last, pages in the scriptures, in the celestial firmament. It declares it. That's who declares it. Not I am a magi. A messenger. You know what a messenger is? It's an angel. You ever seen an angel with your own eyes? Well, guess what? You're looking at one. Grow up. 3 horns, shofars, ram's horns, messenger. Remember Roman war? You know anything about a war? Probably not. I was a military police in the army. Fuck you messing with. Don't come in here and try to fuck with me. You're not going to do anything to me. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. My enemy will come against me one way and they will flee 7 ways. You will be ashes under my feet. You will be my footstool. Do you understand? Yes, I wear the armor. I read this book. I love these words. This is my passion. He made me this way. He created me. Actually, my mom and dad made me. They were hippies. I'm proof that birth control doesn't work. And drugs. Parents did a lot of kinds of. What's wrong with this guy? Oh, well, that's maybe my parents were on some kind of drug. So who the fuck are you to say my name is Tracy, you fucking idiot? Were you there at the doctor's office when he smacked my ass? How the fuck do you know I was Tracy? I said my parents did drugs. Were you there? Were you witness? You couldn't prove in a goddamn court of law that I'm Tracy. So go fuck yourself. Don't call me Tracy. Tracy. I was called Sean, my older brother, more than I was called Tracy. Crazy. How about that? I've been called crazy more in my life than Tracy. How about Spacey? Because I'm always talking about the celestial firmament above our heads. Oh. I tell people the stars talk to me. They fucking literally talk to us if you knew what the hell they were saying. But you don't. Because you're not a magi. You're not a wise man. You're a foolish fucking virgin. And I wasn't here to be nice to people and sent here to be like you. I don't want to be like any one of you. As a matter of fact, love you, brothers and sisters, but I don't want to be like this world. Fuck this world. It sucks. It's beautiful. Somebody was right. Go out in the world and forget about all this shit. Turn it off for a minute. You're going to find Father in the ether. The natural, go hang out by a waterfall or something. That's where you'll find Father. But this world, it doesn't matter. Remember, I'm not taking my skin out of the game like that because I'm not under the law of flesh. I would have already checked out here a long time ago. So I apologize. I'm not here in a nice world. They're kidnapping people off the streets. Donald Trump's about ready to fucking take over Mexico, and I'm not going to get that wrong because he wants the goddamn silver mine down there. The most fucking, you can't go into this tech future, AI, Boston Dynamics, and fucking DARPA, and all these robots, and all this bullshit, and all these warehouses of this shit. They've already got them, and they can't have a future with this robotics, and there's no such thing as artificial intelligence. So if you're one of these dumb fucks that's going to believe that, get the fuck out of here right now. Computers don't learn. It's called advanced. They hijack everything. Oh, it's global warming. Now it's climate change. You're a fucking idiot. You let them change everything. Oh, it's Agenda 2030. Shut the fuck up. It's Agenda 2021. Sustainable development for the 21st century. Welcome to the new age. We're in the book of Revelation. It's not 2025. Heaven is not above your head. Hell's not below your feet. Earth is the rule, and that's what you are. You're ruled by words. He is the word, and you're ruled by the wrong words. Yeah, you've changed and froward and twisted his word, and you think God's in the sky, heaven's in the sky. Heaven's not in the sky. Sky, when he says to meet in the sky, that's right here. The skies will roll back like a scroll. And the pit will open, and the smoke will rise. So I'll bring the fire. Yeah, you know what my dad said? If you smoke after sex, son, you are doing it entirely too fast. Slow down, Turbo. But never mind that. I just take you back in time. My dad was weird, kind of like me. My son, the apple don't fall from the tree. I wonder what's going on with him. I don't know. I wish I did, but guess what? I can't wish upon a star. I can't wish like Genie, like an Arab demon or a Celtic demon, some fairy tale. I can sit here and give you a bunch of fairy tales in here. You live in a fucking fairy tale in this world. Everything about this world's a big lie, deception. Tell me some truth. Somebody put some fucking truth in this chat. Maybe I'll listen to you. Maybe I won't roast your ass. Put your feet to the fire. You know, like he wants us to be gold and silver refined. You know, iron sharpens iron. Oh, hey, he was a demon. He was a distributor of fortune. But remember what a demon is, Elsa. The little Disney characters. Yeah, I got you. It's disgusting. It's littered with symbology. That stuff we let our children watch, full of it. Remember? You thought, we just let them watch Aladdin. Oh, we let them watch Steamboat Willie. Remember, he was poking holes in the cheese with his making Swiss cheese. Yeah, that's been going on for a long time. The Wizard. So, good call. I can hear that. But the demon is a distributor of fortunes, and they love to just fortunes their lies. They tell lies to your eyes by tell-eye vision. They sting you with their Aladdin lamp. That's a Mandela effect, isn't that? Aladdin, the dude that played Aladdin's voice or something. Oh, wait. Oh, was that Robin Williams? Oh, there's another one. That's Uncle Pappy. This world sucks. There's beautiful things in nature, brothers and sisters, that are outside, but anything touched by man, we destroy it. We think we can make man-made better. We can't make things better than Father Nature. And you're not going to correct Father Time. So I know that. But at least I can bring your eyes to the book, to the celestial eyes in the skies, the firmament clock above your head to tell you you're not in some 2025 calendar year. That's the Gregorian calendar. That's, remember, Julius Caesar, Gregorian, the Greek, their lunar calendar. They combined it, their Satanism, their paganism, combined the lunar calendar with their pagan calendar to create what you know now is, it used to be the Hebrew calendar. It still is. You just go by the wrong calendar. God's not in the sky. It's not 2025. Where do you get this from? Because you go by what the world does. And he tells us don't do what the world's doing, but you seem to be okay with it, and so is everybody else. So guess what? I'm not. And I'll be set apart, and I'll be the crazy one. And you call me Tracy, but Tracy is just a temporary name. I'm not Tracy. I am Hokodesh. You know what that means? I am spirit. I am ghost. I'll be out of here before you know it. This flesh, long gone. And I'll come into another one in a little season. But that's not I don't want that. I don't want this flesh. I can't wait to be free of it. You want it, you hold on to it because you ain't lived enough. Go live some more, like that person said. Go throw some fishing poles and worms in the water or something. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. You're supposed to be the vessel, not the commander. So Father commands me to do what I do. People don't like what I do. I don't care what people think about me. People have had a problem with me. I could walk into a room and piss people off without even opening my mouth up. Do you have that much Hokadesh spirit that comes out and radiates from you? That's been that way my whole life. I don't know why Father made me that way, but this is just the way he made me. I don't like it, but it is what it is. I'm not here to be liked. So this is what Father, he says, I do all these things after my own counsel for my own pleasure. So I don't care what the world likes. Sometimes I have to figure out this ain't what I like. I just have to do what Father says. I'm a veteran, so I know how to walk and follow in his commandments. That's called love, agape. 2 John 6, to walk and follow in the commandments of God is to love God. Most people don't love God. Most people don't even know who God Father is. The Most High, I am. They don't know who he is. That's not some cracker Jesus birthed in the middle of the winter. That's Satan, you idiot. Some flesh meat God with breast. Remember, they ate his meat. They ate his whatever. They were pole worships. They smoked his pole too. All of it. They ate all of him. Whatever. They're sick, these Mass A worshipers. You know anybody who celebrates Christmas, Christ Mass? Oh, wait, that's all these religions. You know anybody who celebrates? They're a heathen and a Satanist and a pagan. We're not supposed to celebrate anything on a calendar, not one single day. Father fulfilled that through Christ, through the birth of his son, the Hamashiach, right? Shiloh, the scepter shall not, the one who holds the crown of the church, the inheritance. He now is the Melchizedek, the high priest. Remember Jupiter, the scepter shall not depart from Judah. He was Leo. Disney mocks him, speaking to Disney. Remember, Elsa? Judah, the Lion King. Remember the movie Lion King? That's all about scripture, like Jiminy Cricket. You don't have a conscience. It's called Hokadesh. Holy Ghost, Holy Spirit. See, that's who I am. You just don't like that. I'm that voice inside your head. Not me. That's what it is, you idiot. That's who you are. The word. This is all spoken into existence. Hello, breath, air. Pneumatics. You feeling a little pressed for time? You afraid to die? The illusion of death, where it's a doorway where one closes, another one opens up. It's a matter of time. Time is an illusion. Death is an illusion. Death is a doorway. Time is a doorway through an eternal walk, a never-ending loop with a twist like an 8, like an eternal. Now you're living in an over 8 and an under 8, like an ether, like a double 8, 88, like Mr. Warp Speed with his false ether over the top of this one, huh? Say something, do something else, Mr. 88. Time with a twist. Like Ouroboros, like the serpent eating time, overlapping itself. But you wouldn't know anything about that now, would you? No, because you know what time is. It's not 2025. I've heard enough, my dogs. I need to go over there. Hold on. Give me a moment. Untie. All right. We got to get a pair of these up in a moment. You guys are whining. You go one in, you want out, you want in, one out. I went as long as I could. You guys are whining. I think I might make some eggs. Some over easy eggs. Feeling a little runny. A little runny. Okay, so there we go. We're not here to gain your favor. We won't know party favors. Okay? You can take your Jezebel spirit somewhere else. My girl wants to party all the time. Party all the time. Look at all these messages held for review. Holy crap, somebody's saying something. Wow, that's disgusting. Yeah, okay, we'll just get this person out of here. Idiot. All right, that'll probably get rid of that one. I had a guy on a post call. Yes, I had run Jesus. Yep, I saw that, Carl. I like that. The hybrid Jesus. He is. He's the hybrid Jesus. He's a cracker Jesus, remember? He's hybrid cracker, you know. Whatever. Polly want a cracker? What? Whatever. Some hybrid speaking its own, you know, genetically modified Jesus? Are you on the genetically modified Jesus? I think you're on that genetically modified Jesus. You've been modified by chemicals. You know, the serpent stuck you and gave you a hollow tube needle fang full of venom. You know, I was a snake, he said, before you let me in, and then he let the bite in. So he got the bite in too. He got 2 bites. Remember, my buddy wants to play poker. Come play poker. So yeah, we can get rich still at Pfizer. Did you get stand in line and play poker? Spin the wheel, the hollow whatever. Are you on a spinning ball? Like the end of a needle, like a fang, like a tip? Is that where you're on the end? Or you're spinning through the end of, well, the end of time? Time never ends. So it's an eternal loop, like a hollow center and time overlapping itself again and again. And it's like warp speed, huh? People are idiots. They'll do it again. Watch. Remember, I said earlier, you could go outside and outside the air was so tense, if you sneezed, you could break it. Remember how people crazy were when people would sneeze in public? I'm never going to forget that. So there's nothing about this world right now that's okay. This is a genetically modified world. Everybody stood on the X. There was no nation that didn't go inside, flatten the curve. They did it to every nation. So you're not inept, world. This is all flesh under this covenant, just so you know. So you're not going to escape the judgments. It's not possible. There's wise virgins and there's foolish virgins. Father already chose who's wise and who's foolish. That's the word bis. Bis is hell. Hell is no knowledge. Hell is not above your head and hell's not below your feet. Earth isn't above your head and earth isn't below your feet. Heaven isn't above your head and heaven isn't below your feet. These are worldly things that you say, and I rebuke you. You speak like a child. You speak babble, new mystery and psychobabble. How about that? You speak in translation, I can tell you that. You don't speak the text that we're in the, you just don't. Oh, hold on, I got a text. Speaking of text, somebody just texted me. What do we get here? Oh, it's time to pay the car to make sure that if I run you over that I have insurance to cover you. Darn it. Okay, got to figure that out. So, got to do this stupid thing with this company. I mean, I really wish never would have changed this company that I'm with now, but whatever, it is what it is. Got to have some kind of vehicle insurance if I crash into you. So it is what it is, but I'll take care of that when I'm all done here. I want to get off here in a few, but maybe grab something to eat here. But get to work on the garden. I've got some more work to do on that wall, some more concrete work on that wall, and then we'll see. I have some more work to do. I got to get rock put on the inside of that inside chamber where that's going to hold the heat, so we can keep that indoor garden going year round. Hopefully that'll work. I even thought for a minute if I needed to, I could put the chickens in there. So it might work. I said I thought about doing it, man. Seriously, I might just do it for the winter them in there, build a little run or something. They can come out and go outside in the run. We'll see. It's coming along there. So been busting my you know what out here, working every day at my bug out. I don't want to go to my bug out. I live where, I mean, I could go further away from people, but I don't want to see people are foolish. They think they're going to get away from society when things collapse. No, you're not. You're not going anywhere. You're going to get stuck right where you're at. And you're going to have to unalive a lot of people to get where I'm at. I'm out in the country, and out here we got, sniper rifles and backhoes, so we can dig in, and we're not letting you come out here. You stink like the city. So if you make it out here, you stink. You stand out like a sore thumb. In the country, you couldn't skin a buck or run a trout line. You don't know how to set a fall trap. You're not self-sufficient at all. All you are is self-willed. And that's what the kind of people that I'm preparing for, to not just, eliminate. I want to try to find people who can actually help themselves in the future. So we are in the 6th extinction event right now. We are in the 1200 year, the super cycle. We are in this, uh, new age. We're not in the age of deception anymore. We're in the last book. We're in the book of Revelation. I hope you're a walking, living testament of that book. And if not, then that's fine. Don't worry about it. You're not going to probably defend very well in the future, because you're going to think things are going to get getting better, and things are not going to get better according to what the scripture says. Things are going to get a lot worse. So if you're not prepared for it, you're going to die. You're not going to survive, and you're definitely not going to thrive. I want to see people thrive in this environment. Some of us were made for this time, especially for this day. And we're going to use this as an opportunity. And we don't get these things in our life. We make them. And, most people, opportunity falls in their lap. I don't have opportunities fall in my lap. I make opportunity. So, and it's not opportunity. It's called hard work pays off. And if it doesn't pay off in this lifetime, it will eventually. You will reap what you sow. He will pour out a just measure. As is above, so is below. There's nobody getting away from this. So I hope you're being wise, and it doesn't mean you need to do anything in some fashion where you're going to rush and miss a single detail. This is the time to be more methodical and not just sit around on your ass and do nothing about it. I mean, how much worse do you want it to get? In this country, anywhere in the world, they did this to everybody. So don't act like, you're in some country that's not going to happen to. So, wow, somebody just gave a chat. Guys, my feed got cut off. Hold on a second. Let me go back through here. Man, I missed a whole bunch of... Okay, let's go back here. Who was there? Because others could not hear the music. Uh-oh, we're going to do musical chairs. Yep, this is the pie walk here, guys. The cake walk there, whatever. Last person sitting down at the, I was the only one in that screaming against the jibby jab. Cool. Thank you, Elsa. God speaks, only few are here. Yep. It says many are called, but few are chosen. Garbage in my time, and control has to be used. I'm suspect. I refuse to take that garbage anytime. Force and control has to be used. Yes, good stuff. I like that. To hear that, Hash, because we should be cautious when we see them eroding people's rights. Sabrina said, remember when we caught that body and got away? Remember when we caught that body and got away? What does that mean, Sandro? I'm gonna get this all pop, Sandro. I'm supposed to talk about it. What this person's silly. Don't let the chicks eat the pretty ladies. Nice. What in the hell is this person saying? Remember when we caught the body and got away? What is this person saying? It's Hastradamus. I just saw that, Hastradamus. That's a good one. All right, so speak up there, Sandro. What did you say, Sandro? What are you saying? What bodies are you talking about? Bodies on top of bodies, carbon copy, Illuminati, John Gotti, body. Watching, I know they're watching. I don't blend in with nobody. I guess I'm a scapegoat bin Laden. Wreck the party. I'll find you in another life. Wreck the party. What are you talking about there, Sandro? Sandro's talking about missing bodies. He's got using a pea shooter over here. So speak up, Sandro. Why are you donating this ministry? Donate to the ministry if it's not going to be a good donation. Darn it. But it doesn't matter. They take most of it anyways. But Sandro Zebri. Who in the hell gave thumbs that up too? Who thumbs up Sandro? Talking about missing bodies or something like that. What do you say here? What do you say? Caught the body. Remember when we caught that body? What do you mean caught the body? Explain yourself. Caught the body. Did you get the body jab? Did you get the double booster jab? Did you get the double jab? Or are you just confused? It's the jab. Are you trying to contribute? You're a jabadooski. $2 for 2 jabs. You got the jab and the booster. You got the update, right? You got updated. It's all right. I won't hold that against you. Sandro, because people took it in fear, and even people might have taken one booster and thought, hey, man, I'm doing the right thing. I think I'm doing and then they figured it out. But if you took 2 boosters, 3 boosters, 4 updates, 5 updates, then you're an idiot. You probably still run around with your mask on out in the wild, going fishing with a mask on. So, see what I'm saying? So, triple or quadruple is different, guys. Please don't turn your back on people who took the jab. There's nothing wrong with them. They made a bad decision. We all make very poor decisions in life. I've made a ton of them. Okay. So, somebody even got a booster. Maybe somebody got a booster. So what? So what? They're not, I've been around so many people that have had it, and it doesn't rub off on me. This ain't a sloughing thing. So I'm not worried about, somebody having it. I don't even think it was what most people think it was anyways. I don't want to talk about it. I just don't want people to turn their back on people who might have taken 1 or 2 of them, because they maybe felt pressured. Maybe they had to take it for their job, and then they figured it out and said, I'm not going to keep doing this. This is trampling on other people's rights. It took people a little bit of it. They'd never seen anything like that ever in their lifetime. So don't turn your back on people, brothers, sisters. Please don't. Right now, this is a time where, like I said, I'm not saying sup with vipers at all. But I'm saying we are so, because somebody was jabbed or something, that makes them less worthy of, charity or help, or in any way. People are struggling, and if we can help them by showing them to the narrow way, then show them to the narrow way. It says, love thy enemy like thy neighbor, like thy love thyself. So you don't turn your back, even as a military veteran. If something's, in severe pain, you either go help it or you put it out of its misery. One of the two. You don't just let it sit there and suffer. And so, please try to be, human with people, and try to remember that. And a lot of people they don't want to talk about it because they felt like what they did is wrong, and they probably feel like they're less of a person. No, they're not. Just because somebody took the jab doesn't make them above or below you. So, it doesn't make them very smart, but maybe they figured it out. So at least they're not an ass. They can be learned. They're not stubborn, right? Somebody who took 3, 4, or 5 is somebody who probably still to this day is pushing that crap like it's fear. And they're going to go through the same thing. Teeth nice and white, you idiot. Shut the fuck up. So I use baking soda and not toothpaste, you dumbass. And if I do, I don't use your fluoridated crap. So go keep brushing your teeth every day with fluoride, you dumbass. People are lost in space, brothers, sisters. What can you do? You can't turn a goat into a sheep. It's not possible. So, anyways, I'm not sure what's going on with Sandro, why he's talking about bodies or whatever hell he's body caught. But I think these people might have caught too many of the jabs or something. So they're a little warped, but it's okay. They're still, they're tolerable. That's what I found. They're not like, I like most people until they open up their mouth. So you're disgusting. You don't want this flesh. You couldn't even walk one day in my life. You wouldn't even make it. You would go to some padded room. You'd ask for some kind of injection, or you'd go ahead and give yourself some assisted, some hot metal. So you wouldn't make it a day in my life. So don't ask for that. Not a day. You couldn't even stand to look out behind these eyes for a minute. So don't ask for that. So you don't want that. Not even. You don't want my life. No, you don't. So I don't think many people could take a week in with what's going on in my life right now without, having to get some kind of help. So I don't need help. Father is my servant. I serve him. Okay. Brandon's a jerk off. Did you get your happy end in there, Brandon? Goodbye. There's this adult only stream. I cannot believe how many. Hey, I got tagged for an adult thing, and the content thing. It was an adult only, but it's okay. It's supposed to be an adult only stream anyways. Remember, there's not supposed to be any children in here. People act like children. Adults act like children. I don't care how old you are. These people, so that's you're somebody's kid, you know. So you're not. You can't say that you're not. So I don't care how old you are. People act like children, and that's okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to turn goats into sheep, brother. It's just not possible. So help yourself, then you can help others. It's kind of like that mask thing that drops down with the oxygen in an airplane. If if you can breathe, then you're going to be able to help others around you. But if you're struggling and your oxygen 5G whiz depleted, then 60 gigahertz, 60 millimeter wave, then you're going to say like George Floyd, I can't breathe, and they're not going to be able to help anybody else. So have some breathing room. How about that? Get the hell away from people. It's these people who come in here that say the stupidest things that are going to be a major issue for you. Okay. I think at this time, this is not a time to be moving about in America around this country. You should have all the shit you need. You should really have everything. This is one of these times where it's almost very COVID-esque, where holy shit, maybe I don't want to take the jab on the job, so we're going to quit the fucking job, honey. Well, we'll figure it out. Fuck it. We're not going to sit here and you're not going to take it. Twisted sister, I ain't going to take it either. We're not going to take this shit. I want to rock. We're going to rock this shit. We're getting out of here. This job sucks. I can't take it. We're going to figure it out. We'll eat fucking dirt if we have to, but I'm not putting that shit in you, honey, and you're not doing it, and I'm not doing it either. They should have made a pact. Should have had a way out of it to begin with. Should have had some fucking stores where you could have maybe done something, but not been forced to take it. I'm being a little brutal, but a lot of people, when the average home price in Bend, Oregon is $800,000 and every third home sold for $1 million. How the fuck do somebody's going to have to take it to keep the goddamn job, to keep the household? You've forgotten about, what about the single mom? I was a single fucking dad and mom for nearly 8 years. What if that's the only income? And they tell you got to take the jab to do the work. What the fuck are you going to do to take care of your kids? So this is the time. This is why I'm telling you, prepare now. The captain has not put on the fasten seatbelt signs. You haven't seen the oxygen mask drop yet. I'm not trying to incite any panic. Like I said, if you do this methodically, you won't raise any alarms, red flags. Remember how it was during the COVID? You go fucking buy toilet paper and extra roll. People would freak the fuck out on you. Oh, he's buying extra toilet paper. They blocked shit off. I'll never forget. They said, no, you can't buy that. That's not essential goods. How about that for a degradation of your goddamn fucking rights? America, never forget they did that shit. Remember they blocked whole aisles off with goddamn caution tape, said you can't buy that shit. You can't buy that. That's insane. You she had cancer in the lockdowns. I told the docs no. I heard you heal cancer. The docs still listen. Nice. So, and I know some people like that. My buddy Gary, he got hit by a swather. He actually ran into the back of a swather. They were going to do surgery, and they said, we won't give you the surgery without the jab. What? So they really held people over the coals, brothers and sisters, over this crap. So we're there again. You might not feel like it is, but I know that it is. And if not, then please leave now. Get the fuck away from me. Don't ever come back. If you're subscribed to this channel, you think I've been sensational and I'm being an alarmist and there's a bunch of fear porn in here, then just unsubscribe. Don't ever come back here again. Don't get ready. Don't do shit. I don't care what people do or don't do. I'm not here to try to change anybody. I'm here to sound the alarm. I'm a messenger. This is what Father birthed me to be. I'm a messenger. Angelos, that's what I do. I come from a different angle. I know that. Than you, most people. That's fine. There's two kinds of people on this rock: service to self, service to others. Vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction. Vessels of mercy. Those that are vessels of mercy are, remember, fitted for the wedding feast of the lambs, to have their names called out in that book of life, but it doesn't come without a struggle. So preparedness is something where you have to make a sacrifice of something you can have later so you can have it. And if you don't ever reap the benefits, oh well. It's better to have and not need than need and not have. Failing to prepare is preparing to fail. Practice purpose prevents piss poor performance. So if you want to do something properly, perfectly, you have to practice. If you don't practice, you're going to do it poorly. Perfect practice prevents piss poor performance. I know. I'm a veteran. I know these things. I'm militant. You want to do something without thinking about it, you have to do it so many times that you can do it in your sleep. Something you bitch about that's hard to do. Running a mile, 2, 3, 5 miles, you're griping and bitching and moaning because it hurts and you can't finish and you're panting and you're coughing, and weeks later you do it every day. You're fucking doing it in your sleep. You can run it backwards. It becomes habitual habit. Move out, draw fire, soldier. How do you think we go into buildings and clear a building and don't even think? It's direct the threat. Eliminate the fucking threat. You don't think about anything else. You've done it a million times. That's how veterans do things in other countries without asking fucking questions. You ask questions, you die. You think, you die. So you better start getting a little bit more militant. Yes, perfect practice prevents piss poor performance. So if you, LPP, lack of prior planning, does not constitute an emergency on my part. Your lack of prior planning, LPP. Are you down with OPP? I'm not talking about OPP. I'm talking about LPP. Lack of prior planning. You want perfect practice, right? Prevents piss poor performance. So if you practice something, you're going to do better at it than doing it just one time, even if it's just once. Try it. You know, stay up on it. Be a little more militant. Do it to where you can do it, and you don't. It's not tough to do it anymore. So tell your body that, you know, shut up. Who's controlling who here? Is the mind stronger than the body, or is the body stronger than the mind? Does the body tell the mind to shut up and sit down? Probably, huh? The mind controls the body, doesn't it? That's not supposed to work like that because you're weak-minded. Your mind can control your body. Oh, yes, it can. I'm a veteran. I've been pushed through some, I've been put through some death situations, been real close, and your body will hold. If you're calm, if you have a stillness, if you freak out, you start pumping blood, you start pumping endorphins, adrenaline, the adrenal gland starts doing some whack. Yeah, you're going to freak out. You're going to get tingly. You're going to get lightheaded. You need to stay calm. You need to be in a secure zone where you're like, okay, I got a plan for that. My spiritual house is good. I'm okay if I die. It's not the end of the world. I'll be all right. I'm eternal. It's not the end. It's okay. But I got to kick ass and take names while I'm here. Do what I'm meant to do. We're all given a unique gift, and Father wants me to use it. If I don't use it, he's going to come against me. He pours out a different measure on each one of us because he doesn't give each one of us a different measure. Not even every one of us is the rich man. Remember, give that shekel to the rich man. Some of us are the rich man, so some of us are very blessed. I feel like the richest man on this rock sometimes. Celestially, I'm much richer than Brother Jim Brown. Not with the gospel, but the celestial gospel. Brother Jim doesn't know his ass from a hole in the ground. And I love Brother Jim Brown. I love everything about the man except for his celestial teaching. His celestial bliss, it's flawed, but it's okay. You don't need to know the celestial gospel. You need the gospel of Christ. It's in the firmament. It's in the stars. It's in above your head. But most people don't need. That's the book of Timothy, brothers and sisters. That's called it adding to your faith. So that's why I want you to go over there, sup with the word yourself, and come over here when you have time. You don't need these things here. We go through a lot of different things that Brother Jim doesn't talk about. He doesn't talk to you. You have to call him directly. I can talk to you here on the chat. You can call him on the phone. So, this isn't a world right now where you should be taking anything lightly. You know, they said the pretending is a pedo. Nobody cares. Yeah, nobody cares. It kind of, I don't know if it's, I think it rubbed off. I think it went away. I don't think they're going to do the EpiPen Island thing. I thought it was organic. I thought it might keep and spread like wildfire, but I think everybody's glorified by this Putin, meeting in Alaska. And I actually looked further into this, and I think Trump sold out some of our minerals to Putin. So Putin's got his foot back in the door in Alaska. Freaking right. I said it was going to happen, and here we go. So this is the Alaskan thunder. Nice. So man, my nose is running. It's cold out here. So I better get up and do something here today. So, but I don't know. I don't take this lightly, brothers, sisters. So I don't know why people just sit around and do nothing, because they're foolish virgins. That's what they are. Father made some of us preparedness mindset, and we do that so we can have that, everything's going to be okay. Because I had a little bit of a panic. I had some fear, but I did something about it. So some of the most mentally stable people on this rock are people like myself, and people think I'm crazy. No, well, whatever. They called Noah crazy, Einstein crazy, Tesla crazy. They called some of the most brilliant minds, I'm not better, but some of the most brilliant minds, crazy, because they could think outside the box. They knew what was in the box, but they could also think outside the box. They knew that history is not in a book. History is the victor, and the spoils are written by the victor, right? And so the loser gets left out. You don't know what history is if you've read it in a book. That's not what history is, and that's how life works. So you've got to really take this bull by the horns. It's called Nephilim. That's a bully. And hold on, and don't allow this world to push you around and not let you do what you're supposed to be doing. The whole mindset of is live your life now and live the dream, and just spend it all your treasure now. So you don't have anything after life. So you spend it all. You leave your treasure here. You spend it here like a savings account. If you pull all the money out of your account, you're not going to have anything at the end. And so that's what people are doing. So don't worry about it. You're not going to change them. If you see people spending their treasure, show them to the narrow way. That's the broad way. That's the easy Jesus. You're taking the easy route. And Father is a difficult walk. Christ carried a yoke. Or remember, he was pegged to a yoke, and we're supposed to be carrying that same weight of the world on our shoulders. This shouldn't make you feel good right now. You should look around and go, oh my gosh, this is going to get worse. How do I prepare? Not, oh my God, everything's going to get better. I don't have to worry about it. That's the wrong mentality in the future. You don't have any idea what's going to happen. And that's actually Antichrist. So that's why I entitled this Sorrows. Because like a thief in the night, it came upon them suddenly, right? And if you don't have your lights burning, your lamp burning bright, as he said, have your lamps trimmed, because nobody knows the day or the hour, have your loins girded in my service and burning bright, that thief is going to go to where the lights are out. Easy pickings. 3 lights on the end of that cul-de-sac, 2 of them have their lights out. Well, guess what? You're the one who's going to be fucked, because he's going to go where the lights are out. That's why he said don't go to sleep. Spiritually, brothers, sisters, I'm not saying don't go get rest at night and rest your body, but I'm talking about spiritually. Waves. You're going to get this, going to pull back, and you're going to go sleep in sorrows, and it's going to come back even harder. This isn't fear porn. This is called good celestial, good spiritual, good biblical preparedness. He would tell you to do that. Have extra oil. What do you think the extra oil means? The oil, too, is not partaking of these worldly things, brothers, sisters. You have a oil in your body that raises. I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. When you partake in these worldly things, that oil doesn't raise. It goes up to your Cristo, that point in your head. I don't want to get into this because it sounds like it's not, but Father designed us exactly this way. When you partake in sex and hardcore drugs and worldly things, and this oil doesn't rise up in your body. I've never talked about it in here. I don't really want to talk about it. Someone's just leading me to tell you about it. But it's this do not partake. And that extra oil is this something too. And they knew this. And this is how they lived for a long time, brothers, sisters. People ate right. They knew of this oil that's inside our body. Inside that right there, the Cristo, the Holy of Holies, the holy place, or like the mercy seat, brothers, sisters. You understand? So we're not to partake in these worldly things. And if we do, we're to moderate and not to overdo these things. So when we fornicate with this world, we're taking in, we're spending our oil. We're using it up. And actually, it's not going to rise. And that's what happens when we do that. And this is what happens, how we have this. I was actually just talking about it with somebody the other day, how he was, whatever, I was working whatever, and he looked at me. He's like, damn, dude, you are freaking in shape, dude. I said, well, I'm not nearly in shape as I was last year. And he said, dude, your body, you look like you're, and I looked at him and he goes, you got the same body as I do. And he goes, I know. It's just, he's like, dude, we're in our 50s. This guy's the same age as me, and we're in our 50s, dude. And he see my brothers, their bottle is horrible looking, just horrible looking. You know what I'm saying? And there's no such thing as white, you dumbass idiot. There's nobody's white. You're an idiot. So, but And I was telling him, I'm like, well, some of our people on this rock, if you look about it, look at us, it's because a lot of our diet and the way we don't partake in the world. And he doesn't partake in the world. He actually fights the world all the time. And he fights against the beast. So his body is like mine. He has a very fit, doesn't have any body fat. And he's like just blown away. He's like, how does that? And I was like, well, if you look at, there's a certain generation of us that are on this rock right now. I said, I might go gray beard or whatever, but my body doesn't age like that. I have, but my skin is, I don't have that. People, they got flappy skin and their butt flap, meat curtain in the back, the whole thing. And their body just goes to crap. And I've been hard on my body, but I take care of it now. That's why I'm so hard to try to take care of myself now and not beat myself up so that I can heal my body, if you will. Father does this by not partaking in this world, brothers and sisters. So this is something you can look into. There's no such thing as a third eye connection. So please don't use that word in here. So there's no third eye. I know you're using it as a thing, but there's no such thing as a third eye. So you don't have a third eye. That's a made up psycho Babylonian word. Me telling you about your pineal gland or your Christo, the Holy of Holies inside your cranium in there is not a third eye. So your pineal gland is your connection to your spirituality, and it calcifies and it causes that to lose your connection to the Hokadesh, your spirit. So there's no third eye. So people are sensational, and they've made up this whole third eye blind bullshit, which is a bunch of nonsense. So there is no third eye. Third eye is as real as Lucifer. Third eye is as real as, because that's not what I'm not talking about, a third eye. So what I'm talking about is the place where you have a connection. I know connection. That's why I said that. I said I know you're just posting what. Appreciate it, putting it in there. It's third eye blind. You know what I'm saying? They got their, but they love to do this. They love to mock. The Father is made such a beautiful thing, and then Satan takes everything holy like that, and he makes it into his own. So that's what connection was showing you, is that they take everything holy and make it, it's like a double-edged sword, brothers, sisters. Either way, you're going to get cut. So you just which way you want to get sliced. Yeah, so thank you for putting that in there, because it's a reference to what I was saying too. So these people get calcified or blocked by this third eye nonsense. Third eye blind. Isn't that a band? But there are ways, again, brothers, sisters, and a lot of it is a very clean, kosher lifestyle. It is, whether you understand it or not. Your diet has everything to do with everything. Your spiritual diet too has everything to do everything. Did we just stumble into something there, brothers, sisters? A spiritual diet, eat of the meat, careful what you eat, right? Your spiritual diet, what you intake spiritually, is you don't think it's going to affect your body, going to affect your mindset, affect who you are, affect your skin. So I hope you're not been, spiritually blinded by this world. So, what a blessing it is to not be clouded, be calcified, be sedated, if you will, like a frontal lobotomy, like having fluid in your frontal lobes, just pushing the pressure on your brain that you just can't think straight. Almost give you a vertigo effect. Not like the world's spinning, it's you that's spinning. That's called froward. Hebrew word is to twist, spin, warp, or pervert. So don't take something that's holy and twist it, because that's what Satan does. He takes everything holy and pure and he perverts it for his own. So thanks for coming in, Canada. We're not mourning today, but we might mourn tomorrow if we're mad, but we're not mourning today. We're just a little, we're not happy about the world, but Must be exhausting to be in my mind. It is quite exhausting. I'm glad that I have a Rolodex. It's like a quantum computer, actually. Quantum mind. The wave, if you will, but not like that satanic type culture. Computers don't learn. People think a computer can learn. They don't understand quantum computing, nor do they even understand basic physics, quantum physics, computing, fission, fusion, fission, like nuclear. I'm a radioactive. I'm broadcasting from the right out here in the high desert. So, yes, I told you most people couldn't take a minute in my brain. They would ask for the padded, like scorpions. Remember that album cover where the straight jacket? Remember? All right, I was going to sing some Scorpions, but we're not going to do that. So, you wouldn't want in my mind. I can tell you that. You would be calling for the doctor. You say, man, this is flipping sick, and they'd go get the priest to sprinkle some holy water on you and think you had a demon. So don't worry about it. It's flipping sick. Inside my brain, it's organized chaos. How about that? Woo! So, but it's okay. I wouldn't want this brain or wish my brain upon any man or this body. So you do you, I'll do me, and we can learn from each other. You can add. Remember, like adding to faith, you can add. People can add in here. I won't let you take away. You can help me relearn, unlearn, and relearn. I can be corrected. I'm not an ass. I'm not stubborn. Oh, now it's a bunch of delusions. You got delusions. That's what you think, it's delusion, but you've got some kind of idea that you're spinning on a ball, right? On a rock, on a block, corkscrewing on a ball. Let me ask you that. Oh, it's a grand delusion in these people's heads. They are. It's an empty space. It's called hell, brothers, sisters. That's what hell is. Hell is the word no knowledge. Abyss. Abusos. Abathos. Abyss. Abyss. Abathos. Abusos. No knowledge. So, can't turn goats into sheep. This person thinks I'm delusional, but guess what? In their own mind, they think who they are in their own world, and nobody in their life thinks of them the way that they think of their own self, brothers, sisters. That includes you and me. You're the only person in your life that thinks of you who you are. You've got your own, set premonition, or, probably some more, we like get a kind of cognitive dissonance about ourselves, like because we come a little bit distorted because we're biased. But nobody in your life thinks about you the way you think of us. Some people go in and go, "I'm gonna guess this guy's brilliant." Some people, "Oh my God, this guy's delusional. God, this guy's loud. This guy never shuts up." So next to be pushing meds. See what we see, Elsa? That's what I'm saying. See how that works? Elsa's got to figure it out. They do this, they call you delusional, and then they want to push drugs on you. It's a freaking program, guys, like a computer Gates, like Bill Gates, Broadway Gates, Kill Bill Wide Gates, like corrupt the mainframe. They try to come in here and, corrupt the ministry. And aren't we blessed that, we have this rock that we build this foundation off of, that he's the rock, he's the Petrus. They come in here and try to say things and then try to make us take, like it says, they would be fooled by sorcery, brothers, sisters, pharmakia. See, these people work for the serpent. They want you to take the hollow needle or take a tabby, either way, some kind of pill form or something, maybe some Adderall or some trazodone or some kind of psychotropic, something's wrong with you, man. Here, take some of our tabbies, help the farm guy get scripted out so he can get rich, the big sorcery guy, snakes up a pole, pharmakia. No, I'm married to the word, so no, not married. I got married once. Sometimes I only need one black eye. I learned the first time. I just shut the fuck up. What's the difference between having one black eye and two black eyes? You didn't listen the first time, did you? So, anyways, it's a joke. I'm not being physical. So, marry you? No, I'm not marrying. I don't want to get married. Oh, you're a chica? Are you Hispanic? Hey, now, can you make tacos? Cabeza? Lengua? I don't eat no carnitas, no alabado, no pastor. Oh, man. Everybody always told me I should marry me a Hispanic woman. I only eat tacos on days that end in Y. I'm serious. I'm in love with the Hispanic culture. I love Hispanic people. I love all people, but Hispanic people are more familiar, more oriented with most of them are pagans, but that's all right. Most Christians are pagans, and most Catholics, they don't know the difference between Catholicism and Christianity, and they're basically the same thing. So the Christians follow the communion, and that's Catholicism. So, um, but anyways, I love tacos. Too late, you rejected me. Okay, goodbye. Get out of here. See you. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I'm not one that if you jump ship that fast, get the fuck off and just, yeah. Once again, two jerks, two poles, two knees. I don't know where you can, whatever. Get on your knees. I know when I've been licked, whatever you want to say. I know when I've been licked. You can get off your knees now. Don't come in here and try to cuddle up to me. You're going to be a tease or something like that. I got a vernacular that's, stimulating conversation. So don't worry about it. I'm not here to have a wife. Remember? I have a life. It's called a word. And anybody who jump ship that quick on me, I don't want them in my life. Good. Get out of here. Have some rope. Hang yourself. Biatch. Bend over. Like the dog star Sirius. Smack that down on the floor while you're down there. Like I said, you can get off your knees now. I know when I've been licked. So don't play with me. Come in here, offer me tacos, and then pull tacos away from me. I like fish tacos. So don't play with my mind. It's mind over matter. I don't mind and you don't matter. Don't worry about it. You're out of here. Like I said, I already finished them tacos. Is it Taco Tuesday? No, it's Taco Sunday. I only eat tacos on days in NY. So don't be screwing me coming in here and trying to wave that chica, your big fan hair at me like a peacock, and then pull away from me. Remember, if this is the wild, I'll be eating tacos. But anyways, it's like a saddle of taco, man, right? There we go. All right. Moving on with the taco conversation. We don't have to talk about it anymore. So, are we done talking about it? I love Hispanic people, though, because I love the culture. I love the idea of familia. I love the idea of celebrating, family, and not the world. And they do things in their own cultures, and they don't worry about what the whole world thinks about them. So Latino people are some pretty amazing people. We got good people in all cultures, but they tend to have a little bit more family oriented. And I guess maybe it's because where I grew up. I was born in the San Fernando Valley. So it's what I relate to. I grew up as the minority. So I feel more at home when I'm around Hispanic people. So it's okay. Like I said, home is where your heart is at. So I don't have anybody here. So it's just me. So I got Chewy over there. She's like a taco dog. So we won't eat the taco. We won't eat Chewy. Yeah, I eat Hispanic food all the time. Here I'm always eating Hispanic food. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make tacos. I've got some steak left, so I think I'm going to make some tacos. So, man, this eye is being silly. So, all right, guys, what time is it? I better get off here and get something. Oh, okay, it's not too late. Okay. Well, I got to go finish some concrete work today. It looks like the temperature is going to be a little better today, not so hot. It rained yesterday, which was nice, kind of dampen things, but I couldn't work all day. I was getting soaked out in the rain. So I need to get back to work at this garden. It's turning out really nice. And probably got another day or two's work of labor on it. And maybe I'll come back in here later. I've got to get to those ladies' cage. I want to get those ladies hardened for the winter. I want those birds to be able to, be comfortable. And I like that with my animal husbandry. I like my animals to be super comfortable. I take better care of my animals than I take care of myself. So I think it's supposed to be like 80 degrees today. So it's supposed to be really nice in this high desert. So I got some more rock work, some more block work to do. And I've got to put that roof on. I've got to figure out how to, I got to come up with some, yeah, I really don't want to do anything out here, but got to do something. Can't sit in here all day and do nothing. So the winter's going to be here before you know it. And like I said, I could take that house and turn it into a hen house for the ladies and light a fire in there for them overnight, stick them all in there. Be a great hen house. So I might not even use it. I might finish up those ladies, and by the time the ladies finish out, just throw the birds in there. And I'll probably put some more food in there, but if there's food in there, I'll just let the birds eat the food, you know. But I think this outdoor, fireplace inside of the um, yeah, I appreciate you coming in, Elsa. I do. I'm just kind of, like I said, I've got a court date coming up here on the 25th. I'm hoping something will, I don't know, something will happen in the case. So it's not like nothing will happen in the case. We're going to move forward at least with trial, or they're going to drop the case. So I don't want to make plans, but I'm trying to get things kind of winterized here so that I can, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have any firewood either. So I'm screwed, guys. I am screwed bad. So um, I don't know how to come over that. I don't know how to overcome the firewood thing this year. I've always have at least 2 or 3 cords of firewood. That's why I've got to get moved over to the Rusty Dragon, because I won't burn half as much wood. I won't even have the wood burn, but I don't have half of as much wood to, I wouldn't burn half as much because the windows aren't shot out of that cabin, and it's all insulated. This cabin was built like an old cabin, there's no insulation in the walls. It's just big, thick wood. It's just, it's more like a big brick, than anything else. So if you keep the wood stove going in it, it stays warm. I don't have any problems keeping the cabin warm if there's wood in the stove, but it's like a big ice cube block on the outside. If it's cold outside, it's going to eventually penetrate. It's kind of fighting that, with no insulation barrier. So I got to get over into that building. So that's why I can't stay in here all day, because I have to do this, the ladies, and then get to my hat to where I'm going to be staying, because I don't know if I'm going to be here for the winter or not. I'm hoping that I'm not here. I don't want to be here for the winter. So, and I probably won't. To be 100% honest with you, I probably won't be here for the winter. Nice. Good stuff. Yeah, Medford's probably it's about 3 or 4 hours from here, I think, something like that. But yeah, and I got to get some, man, those tires. I'm actually concerned. I'm going to probably need to find tires before the 25th, guys. I'm actually going to ask Kevin if he can take me down there, because my tires are that bad on the Jeep. I don't feel safe going down there, or on the Jeep, on the Toyota. That's that's 3-hour drive to go to that court case, and my tires are bald. The back tire is bald. So I cannot drive on that any more distance. I don't want to drive that Forerunner to Lakeview. I didn't realize how bad that back tire is. Really bad. And that front tire is already getting chewed up, man. I don't know what I've got going on in the front of that Forerunner. I don't know what happened to it. I didn't wreck it. It didn't do anything to it. It was fine when I got it. Didn't do it, but now it's chewing that front tire up. So the CB joint looks good, so, but I'm going to have to come up with some more tires before I drive down there. I'm actually going to ask Kevin. I'm going to go talk to him today and see if maybe I can pay him for the gas and commit if he'll drive down there. I don't want him to drive down there, but there's something going on. I wish I was better at it. Probably something like that, Iceman. I'm just not that good of a mechanic. I'm not that good of a mechanic. So, yeah, it is what it is. That sounds probably like a controller bushing, because the one time I was driving it, in the snow, it freaking walked on me. I mean, it literally, and the ass end came around on that thing out of nowhere. I mean, it just slumped. The left front just, I had Kevin in the car. He freaked out. He's like, oh, I'm a pretty good driver because I have a CDL, and I got that ass end. So I wanted to jam on the gas, but I didn't. I didn't jam on the brakes either. I just steered into it. Okay, yeah. So something. I wish I could get it fixed because other than that, it runs good, but it is eating tires up really fast, and it chewed that tire up really bad. So, as a matter of fact, I don't even know if I have a spare tire. I'm going to go look. I'm going to get off here, guys. I got to figure this tire situation out, as a matter of fact, because time's creeping up on me. It's the 17th, right? So, 18, 20. So, that's 8 days. I've got to get some tires on that thing. And actually, I don't want to put tires on it if it's chewing tires on. You know what I'm saying? If it's chewing tires that fast, the worst thing to do is just put some new tires on it. It's just going to chew that tire up real quick. So that's my life. I live that life, guys. I don't ever have, I spend too much time on the ministry and money. I don't take care of myself, and I should have taken care of that truck, you know. And it's not that bad. I'm sure it's something super simple because you look up there and it's flawless. The suspension looks like new almost, so you can eat out of it. But it's probably something up in the hub. Iceman's probably right. I'm not, like I said, I don't claim to be a mechanic. I can fix things, and I've fixed most things my whole life. When I can't get anybody else to fix it, I have to fix it myself. And a lot of the times I'll research other people and what they've done, and then learn from them, or use a YouTube or whatever, one of those videos like that. And but I don't even have any money to fix it. I don't have money to get tires right now, so I don't even have firewood at this point. So I'm hoping everything will work out. And here's what I'm. Uh, they're a Toyota. It's a 16-inch tire, I believe. So some kind of 16-inch tire. It's a 16. So yeah, some kind of 16. Anything. Probably pretty standard. I don't know the exact size of them, but I don't think they're 31s. I don't think they're quite that big, but they're pretty close to. Um, I bought another set of tires for it, and then they didn't fit. The rim didn't fit, and I didn't want to take the tires off and have them remounted and mounted back up. It just didn't add up. So I think I traded those off for somebody who needed them. But no, Kevin's not a mechanic. So I've had people like Kinetic say he's going to come out here, and he was a mechanic, but he didn't ever come out. And, I had people try to come out here and fix things for me, like with the Ford. I could have that Ford sold by now, but uh, the guy never showed up. I talked to him multiple times. He even called me the day after. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't come. I'll be there tomorrow. I had something come up, and then he never came. Never messaged me back. Nothing. So I just have the worst luck when it comes to, not luck, but getting a mechanic out here. I live in the country, so there's no mechanics to fix anything. So. But anyways, it'll get worked. It'll get itself worked out. But I'm gonna have to ask Kevin, or I'm actually gonna have to get another tire if I'm gonna have to drive down there. And because that tire is bald, I showed it on the live stream the other day. I was like, "There's no cord showing, but it looks like a slick. Like, how did it get that bad?" But once they go, it's on the back. I rotated it to the back, and I put that back tire up on the front, and it was a good tire. And I've only made 2 or 3 trips to Bend, maybe, and I can see it's already wearing down. So there's something definitely wrong up front there, and I don't know what it is, but I didn't hit anything. I didn't off-road it. I just haven't treated it like that. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Thanks for coming in, Magic. So I better get off here. It's a 96. It's a third gen, third generation. So, um, yeah, I appreciate it. I'm going to get up, maybe make some tacos, get something to eat, get my day started. I got, like I said, a lot of things to do here at the ministry. I've got to get out and eventually get that roof done too. And I'm going to need Kevin to help me do that because I can't put those boards up there the way I plan on doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm putting some big material up there, big lumber up there. So hopefully, again, I can get, you know what I'm saying, uh, get something done today. 85, 92. Yeah, I like this 96. I've never had this third generation. I've had the 80s, and I had a four, I'd had a turbo, and I had three 4Runners out here at one time, and I've had multiple, SR5 second extra cab, second gens, and 88, that I've had some 89s. I've had a bunch of Toyotas. I had a fleet of them out here. Uh, yeah. Um, but I really like this third gen. I like this 3.4 motor. Uh, and it's strong. I've always been the 22 RE. I like the R and the RE. I love that motor, but it doesn't have nothing on this 3.4. Holy crap, what a motor. I mean, I go up the hills and it's just like, it's just a lot more motor than the 22. So good motor. Mine's got about 280, 290 on it now, something like that. So it could go for another 30 or 40. The timing belt was done on it. And so it's, it's got some work done on it. It was a good vehicle. Um, yeah, we know that they're right. That's what the 3.0. They're known for popping head gaskets. That's what they're. I don't like the 3.0 on it. I don't like them in the 90s at all. But they pop head gaskets. It's not like they blow the low end of the motor out or something. It's a top end deal. So it's not like it's a deal breaker, right? A head gasket normally doesn't. If you can catch it and it pops, soon enough, and you don't, run the thing. It's just it's a top end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I don't like the 3.0 at all. I think it's the worst motor they ever made. You know, definitely. Well, they got that other one they put in the T100 too. What's that other motor they got? That's not very good. But people have the 3.0s and they run them for millions of miles, and they never go. I know people have 500,000 miles on a 3.0, and the head gasket's never gone on it, never once. And I know people have 100,000, 150, and the head gasket will pop on it. So kind of weird on those 3.0s on how strange they are. So yeah, the 22 RE is the most bulletproof motor ever made. Truly is for the four cylinder. I mean, the only other four cylinder motor would be like a 4BT, a diesel 4BT, but yeah, see what I'm saying? There you go. Made it 450. Some of them are fine. That's what I'm saying. They just pop the head gasket. So it's not like the motor goes. So people can replace the head gasket without, if you've done it a couple times, it's not the end of the world. So, like I said, it's not like it's these things tank and blow up and, or implode they are ordinarily like a tank motor, kind of like a 4BT, like a tractor, you know. Um, but yeah, I mean, how many you put that 22 R, you put big buckshots on their mudders and, whatever, and that 22 would still push that thing through the mud. So Toyota knows what they're doing. And I think that 3.4 and now this 4.0 is an amazing motor too. Kevin's got yeah, I bet. Um, Kevin's got that 4.0, and holy crap, that Tacoma with that 4.0, his is a 2014. That thing is a freaking beast. Roar, when he gets on that thing, roar, it screams. It sounds like a little diesel. It's pretty amazing. That's a pretty neat little motor. They Toyota definitely put some in their TRD, um, put some time and effort into this development of these motors. To not only make their pickups with their suspension and their top notch off road type, um, but their motors, again, I think that's going to rival the 22. I mean, it's not a 22, but I think that 4.0 is going to last for a long, long time. You know what I'm saying? A long time. It's like I was trying to tell him, he thinks he paid too much for his truck, and I'm trying to tell him this truck's going to last for a long time. It's not going to fall apart. It's not going to fall apart on you. Even the little things, the interior is going to hold together on you. Don't overbeat it up. Just beat the crap out of it. But he's not nice to his stuff. He's hard on his stuff. But it's fine. It's all holding up. It's all holding up. It's doing exactly what and shit, that truck's already, 10 years old, 10 or 11 years old. So won't take time for, they're 10 or 20 or 30-year-old truck, and that truck will still be tight. So Toyota did yeah, I don't like Tundras. I don't like Tundras. They're, um, you're an idiot. They're 333. Take your old pole worship and your man chowder breast somewhere else. Okay, there? You're a pole smoker. We know it. No. But all right, guys, much love. Appreciate it. We got to get the trolls coming here. We got to address the trolls before we go. To get to feed the trolls before we go. So I got to get to the concrete work today, get something done, and I'll see you guys later. I got to get so many things on my list that I'm not going to get done. The winter's going to get hit, and I'm not going to be prepared, guys. I already can tell you. It was cold out here this morning. So, but maybe here's how this is going to work. I'm going to say this, and I don't want to make any plans, but I'm either probably not going to be here for the winter or I'm going to be in jail. So I don't think I'll need firewood if I'm in jail. So Kevin's got firewood. He ordered firewood, and so he'll be all right. Like I said, and if case gets dropped, I'm not going to stay in the U.S. for the winter. I'm going to go down to Ecuador. I'm going to go down to South America. I'm going to leave the country. So I probably won't be here for the winter. So we'll see. I don't know how much longer they got this case going, but I don't plan on being here. I don't want to make any plans. So, but I still have to plan to be here. So I can't just, you know what I'm saying? I can't just, you know what I'm saying? I can't just stay here. If I have my passport, I appreciate it, Ryan. I really do. But if I can leave, I'm going to leave. If I can legally leave, I'm going to go. As soon as I can legally leave, I'm going to not spend probably more than a couple weeks looking for my son, and then I'm going to leave. And I will come back. I didn't sell the ministry. I paid it off. So I'm going to leave. So I probably won't be here for the winter, or I'm going to be in jail. So it's either jail or out of here. But I still have to make plans like I'm going to be here. That's just the life I live. And that's why I can't ever get hardly the things I need done, because I'm always doing this to do this, to do this, to do this, to rob Peter, to pay Paul. It's just, I'm just spread too thin. So maybe I'll get these lawsuits taken care of after the criminal case, and then I'll have more money than I need, and I can have abundance, and then I won't struggle like this anymore. And when I need firewood, I'll pay somebody and, get firewood. But I don't live that life. Like Kevin wanted me to go to town the other day. I couldn't go to town. I don't have any money. I don't have any money to go to town. I just went and borrowed $80 that I got to get from AdSense from him to buy the roof for the outdoor garden. So I don't have money to eat. So I don't want him to have to pay for my food, and he doesn't pay for it. I'm just saying, I don't want to make him feel like if I went there and I don't have any money, because I can't eat out. It's like he's invited me to go to town a couple times and I can't go. I don't have any money. Where am I going to go? I don't have any money. So, and it's all I ever do when I go into town is like pick something up for the dogs, dog food, and get a burrito and come home. I don't really spend money. I don't have anything to buy. So, at this point, firewood, is what I would, and I would want to trade for it anyway. So, normally, like I said, I already have traded one or two things by this time of year, but I can't get any hits on the internet on anything. I've been shut down on the internet again. I haven't sold anything in months again, so I'm not getting the hits. My ads only stay up for about 2 or 3 hours, 6 hours at the most. If they do, they sit there out of the rhythm, and they don't get any. The only way I can't, even when I relist on the marketplace, I don't get any hits. I did it again yesterday to see. I have to unlist it and relist it. You know what I'm saying? So cords keep going up. EMS, they're like $250 to $300 for a cord of wood right now in the U.S. It's getting quite expensive. So that's why I trade, But I traded a pickup last year for wood. So if I could get that Ford running, I probably would have traded it. But I can't get any mechanic, and I had some money at the time to come fix it, but he didn't show up. And I put that on Father. I'm not mad at that dude. I'm not mad at the mechanic. I didn't have much faith in him anyways. But I don't have any other options out here. So, as a matter of fact, I better get off here and go try to get that truck running today. Maybe I could spend some time doing that, take some time off doing the labor. I already spent hours on it, but I don't know. I don't have an extra battery for it, so I have to try to charge up a battery, and I don't know. It's just everything's kind of weird out here. But anyways, I don't care. Like I said, I got to do something, and I got to get some food in my belly so that I can work. I don't want to work on an empty stomach. So, love you, brothers, sisters. Thank you for all your time. Appreciate all your support of the ministry and support and giving me all your time. It's more valuable than all the money in the world combined. You can't make time and you can't print it. So, it is truly more valuable that you spend that here with me, and I can't thank you enough for that. So, appreciate the thumbs up. We're restricted to no minors now. You know what I'm saying? No minors. We got a minor, not a strike, but some minor thing for the minors, and it's not supposed to have any minors in here anyways. But it didn't strike the channel. But like I said, I'm not sure what's going on. But I don't want people in here that are children anyways. These are adult conversations. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, appreciate everybody's coming in who supports the ministry. Um, Appreciate the people who are giving the thumbs up. It shows that we don't have to be in agreement of every single thing, but we do need to come in here and make sure we're all producing good fruit in here. Okay. So, I apologize once again for the cursing. I'm not going to be sorry about it. Um, it is what it is. I can't change, that. Maybe when I find if my son is dead or alive, I can curb my tongue. Father will judge me for that, though. I know it's not approved. He doesn't approve of it. So, but other than that, I don't have regrets. I don't have any. Thanks for all the time. I think I spent a little too much time in here, but then I look at it and go, I don't really care, because I'd rather serve just the ministry. If I had my way, I wouldn't do anything but the ministry full time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I would just do the ministry. And that's where I'm trying to get my life. You understand? Um, I'm trying to get to where I don't have to do anything but share the gospel, because I won't need anything. Couple change of clothes, my animals, if they're coming with me, and that's it. The books, the scripture, and I'm on the road. That's it. So the ministries, all these things I buy aren't for me. I don't purchase anything for me. As a matter of fact, I could walk away from everything I own right now. I don't need to own anything. There's nothing I need to have. My animals, and I don't own them, but I'm saying they're like my kids, but I don't need anything material. So I'm over the material realm. It's not that good. It's not that good. Maybe I could meet another lady someday or something like that in my life, but maybe again, maybe Father has somebody he's making a perfect person for me right now, but that's all on God's timing. It's not on mine. So I just need to be super ministry focused right now, and not worry about, things I can't change, worry about the things I can, and just keep moving forward in my life. Otherwise I'm hard on myself. So, thank you. I'm not any religion. I don't do religion. So all glory to Shiloh, Ryan. Thank you, Father, for sending Ryan, and that somehow his life is benefited from the ministry, not from me, but from the ministry itself. I have nothing to do with your life like that. Father is the one who created through fellowship, that he made me create this ministry through Brother Jim by putting the word on me. So we thank so much, Father, for sending the right people here, and the people who stick, because this isn't some regular ministry. It's not like any other. I don't think it's even not like Brother Jim's ministry. It's kind of taken a bit of a turn, and I don't think it's for the worse. I think it's just a bit of a turn. It's just the ministry's hardened, and it is what it is. So we bring it hard here. You know what I'm saying? Well, I need firewood. I don't need money. I need firewood. So I don't need money, because any money I have, I put it towards the ministry. So I don't need money. I need to go on the road and share the word. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I really don't want anything but to die. That's what I want, but that ain't coming until, Father, my day of death's already written. So I'm excited to get out of this flesh. I'm so excited to think that one day I won't have to carry this around anymore, and I can be free of this weight. But until then, I got to spend my time wisely, and appreciate the time you guys spend in here. So, um, but like anybody else, I have bills. I got an insurance bill that I got to get off here, actually, because that insurance bill, I got to take my odometer reading, and and pay that in car insurance. So let me get off here and figure out how I'm going to get that done, because I haven't sold anything on the internet. I have 30 things for sale on the marketplace, Craigslist. I don't sit around and do nothing. So um, maybe I'll go relist all my listings or something. It's Sunday. We'll see. Like I said yesterday, I was telling you, I just up my marketplace, renewed it, and I didn't get no hits. It's like I have to relist all my listings every 3 to 6 hours for them to stay active. Otherwise, they just burn out. I've been doing this for 20 years on the internet. So they've got my IP address. They can literally wrangle your IP address and steer traffic away from your channel. I know it's, or your marketplace or your account. And that's what they do to me so that I can't make a living. It sucks, but it is what it is. It's my own fault because I've been not lazy. I've just used this internet as my means of, selling my items. I don't depend on the locals here. It's a little teeny town on selling local things to the locals. I make an attempt, but I sell more things from people out of town, which have to drive a couple hours or 3 or 4 hours to get to me. So it's not like I can just sell $30 and $50 and $100 things. People got to drive $20 to $30 worth of gas just to get out here. So it's a little bit different. It's whatever. It's the sacrifice you make when you live out, in the country, out, a couple hours from a Walmart. So Tango, stop. You're not going to go in and out. You're going to stay in here until I go outside. My dog's being whiny. He wants me to go outside and work. He knows I got to get out there and get to work. So love you, brothers, sisters. Thank you, everybody who supports the ministry. And I will try to come on later on today and maybe give you an update on some things. Stop being a pest. Go on over here. Go over here, Tango. Come over here. Thank you. Get up there, big guy. Get up there, biggest guy. He wants some love. He wants some love. He just wants some love. So, all right, I got to spend some time with these guys too because they need some love and they're puppies. They need their dad. So, all right, much love, Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Links are in the description. If you want to support the ministry, there is ways to monetarily support the tithes. If you don't have to ever support with money, but there is a Cash App, PayPal. There is and a Cash App Bitcoin. If you know somebody who made it rich with Bitcoin, I'll take a Bitcoin right now and I'll turn it and cash it out. It's been in there for 3 years or something now. 2 years. I've never touched it. So it's a bit. So maybe it'll go up. But anyways, love you, brothers, sisters. Thanks again for your time. My puppies need some lovins. I love you, big guy. I know. Dad's getting up. I know. You want Dad to get up and go work. Let's go work. They want to work. They're trying to get me to work. They're smart dogs. So, okay. Again, links in the description. Comments are a way to support the ministry. Thumbs up. There are ways to support the ministry without putting money. And it's not required. Okay. You never have to tithe a single dime at all to be a part of this ministry. I want you to know that. I don't want to take anything from anybody and then me be on the other end when I have abundance and blessing and somebody be struggling and Father going, well, you took from them and they didn't have any and you had all that abundance. You had a piece of property on sale for $39,000 and you're trying to get, money. No, I'm not trying to get money from anybody. Okay. If you have abundance, it's there. Okay. You don't have to. Somebody tithed earlier and was talking about what? Talking about, I don't even think that was a real tithe, but we'll take it. Like somebody said, we'll take it. $2, we'll put it towards, they'll take 30% of it. We'll get $1.50 or something like that by the time it's cashed out of whatever, but that doesn't come until next month anyway. So love you, brothers, sisters. I got to go. I quit running my mouth here. So Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.